Hello.
I'll have to shitpost like 5 more minutes.
Bomb, baby.
That
Trump
He's
said a
also-
series of words that I don't appreciate.
you're a liar.
I'm sentencing him to Brazil.
I'm sentencing Trumps to hero duty.
Pretty good at.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Oh, where's the electric boogaloo?
That's funny.
No, but I do understand the reference. It's really funny.
Very rude, Twitch. You signed me out.
People can.
Khadroth.
What?
Nice.
Nice.
Wait, Steve
Yes,
is in the
next,
TV
the
show?
next month will be both fine for me.
No.
Unfortunate.
It's not.
76. An alternate universe.
I blame
Soldier
Bob for being a
76 is Soldier
mathematician.
67.
Please.
Dirty. Dirty, I'm getting tortured by this every single day. You
my Buddhas say spam that shit too.
I've inflicted great damage on Darty. Goodbye.
Bye,
Yes.
cat.
A new hand touches the bacon, chat. Hello. How is everybody doing? Darty, thank you for the 83. Purse, thank you for the 29. AFK, thank you for the 79. Mr. Lutzvane, thank you for the 86. Korak, thank you for the 68. Deontay, thank you for the 70. Bob, thank you for the 81. Love you guys. And thank you guys for all the support. How's my night going? My night's going pretty good, honestly. Getting ready to roll Andromeda today? I probably will not be. I have Andromeda on JP. She's definitely an attractive unit, but desire to roll for is another thing entirely. Especially having used her on JP, I feel like we're pretty good. At least at this point. Hello, everybody. Hope everyone's doing good. I have the tweet live, so make sure you guys go give that some love. Sorry, I'm snacking on some stuff, but allow me to apologize for yesterday. I had already planned to be off Monday because she was staying over at my place Monday, Tuesday here. And yesterday, we talked about it and she was going to come on stream. Unfortunately, she woke up Tuesday, feeling like shit. She has like a really bad sore throat and basically like lost her voice. So like she didn't really feel like coming on stream. I didn't blame her. I wasn't going to push the issue. So I decided I would just take that night off. Unfortunately, this means you guys are only going to get 2 streams out of me this week. I have to apologize for that. Simply due to the fact that I will be live tonight. I will be live Friday. However, Thursday, I'm not going to be live because that's the day that I'm going to be meeting up with Mr. Fox for us. He is here and he's going to meet me in Orlando. We're going to go out for dinner. He gave me steroids? Oof. Sore throat suck? Yeah. I think it's kind of going around. I don't know if it's like a strain of strep or something like that, but it seems a lot of people are getting sick. That's going pretty good, Cal. How are you? And then we went to Jacksonville this weekend. It was cold as shit. I'll definitely post you guys some food pictures in food posting because not only did we do that, but we basically cooked every single night because of that. So, you guys will have plenty of stuff in there and you guys can see kind of what we made. The Barcast conference, Nodders, yes. Hope she gets better. She should be. I've been making sure she stays like medicated the whole time, so I think she'll be bad here for a little bit, but I think she'll probably be better tomorrow, and we'll see. We also got an unexpected dev diary too. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that. Mr. Spartan, thank you for the 87. Appreciate it, my dude. I apparently have gotten a hype chest. Now I can just type that. I still don't understand the point of making these stupid hype train emotes temporary. It's so stupid. FGONA clearly end of service right now. No. Aren't they perm? No, to my understanding, the hype train emotes are never permanent. Unless they've changed that. Also, chat, we ate at Buc-ee's a couple of the times lately. And I got these watermelon sours that chat can tell what color they are. Because they don't exist. And therefore, if they don't exist, they don't actually give me calories. So I can eat an infinite amount of them. See? I'm not eating anything. If you guys have never been to a Buc-ee's before, Buc-ee's is like the Walmart of gas stations. Sorry, the super Walmart of gas stations. I am progressing through. One of the things, I didn't remember this being the case with this one, but one of the things that I like is that we very quickly have just about everything available, so we're just kind of waiting on the timing here to get to the best nodes. I do have the storm pods though that I need to expend, so we're gonna kind of focus on that right here real quick. Not sure your waistline will agree with that. What my waistline can't see can't hurt it. So it is spoken. Ah. Getting me hooked on beaver nuggets, right? Their beaver nuggets are pretty good. Girlfriend got that the first time we went when we were going up to St. Augustine. Got Murasaki on a Lasengle? Nice. This time we got some of their fresh beef jerky. Oh my god, it's so good. Chat, if you ever go to a Buc-ee's, don't get the like packaged beef jerky. That shit's like dehydrated and like dry as crap, okay? But what you should do is you should go get the fresh beef jerky that they cook like every day and have in the displays. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. It's just ridiculous. Got my hours reduced at work by 40 minutes because of a lack of sales. 40 minutes is an odd number. But yeah, so I'm told that I have missed a Consort U buff. And again, the announcement of a new dev diary, which is weird because apparently their initial... why is that not doing anything there? Because their initial dev diary stated that it was going to be at 6 p.m. PST. And then they took that down and reposted the tweet and said 7:30. Which is basically 10:30 our time. That's not the standard normal 9 o'clock. So I don't know why they chose to do it that way. It's a little weird. The timing is certainly suspect. So we'll have to see. This is a great stream title. Yeah. Chat. If you don't get my stream title, it's because Overwatch 2 has announced that they're going to now henceforth be known as Overwatch. They're just dropping the 2, which then completes the full loop of everyone going, so what the fuck was that about? And my statement on this is somebody should class action lawsuit Overwatch. No, the only thing that seems to have changed was the actual timing of the release, so. Star, that is my current thinking, actually. I brought this up with the VIP crew right before I went live, but my current thinking is that this is something relatively important and something that needs to be explained. Otherwise, why didn't they just talk about it at the live stream? Which, by the way, I heard the live stream was a big old can of nothing, and that it was just basically Albert being weird again. Which, if it is, it is. I don't know, but it doesn't sound like I missed anything, for better or worse. But, oh, sorry. Par for the course, yeah. But I'm gonna say it's like we're almost to the point of like watching the NA streams isn't worth it if they're not going to like either up the quality of the broadcast or actually announce something that we didn't already know. And here's what's coming soon. Yeah, the only thing I heard is that they announced that Ordeal Call 2 is coming in spring. And it's like, but I get that they got to put the word out due to lockout reasons for summer. No way it can be a pins, right? I do not believe it will be a pins. That is something that, like, I know Avalon and I were talking, and he floated that idea. It's like, it's something it could be. I just don't think it will be. But the idea here is we just had a dev diary a month ago. So my stance on this, chat, is what could cause them to require another dev diary this soon? And keep in mind, the big point of a dev diary is going to be that Mr. Chu has to explain something to the community. So that's why I think if we're going with the most like conservative, like easy guess, I think it's just simply the clarification and announcement of the things that happened on JP with regards to Mr. Chu becoming the director eternal in effect. But otherwise, yeah, I think it actually could be the Aniplex Online website and account linking. Yep. So I'm hoping that's what it is. If it is, I truly do feel better about things on NA. If it's not, I question what this is actually about. Ern, thank you for the 55. Appreciate it, my dude. How you doing? I hope it's not locked to US. I hope it's global. It might be, and that may have been why it took them so long. Obviously, for Japanese purchases, that was a very easy and straightforward thing for them to do. But for the global server, there's probably a lot more problems with that. Gray the Factory? In which game? In Satisfactory or a different one? We usually get them about every 3 months, Age. I could. I could also become the content creator formerly known as Khadroth. As I'm sure Overwatch will become the game formerly known as Overwatch. Again. Oh, Enfield? It could be. I just know Ern actually plays Satisfactory a lot, so. Hence my guess. There was another Satisfactory-like game, and I tried to get a key for it, but I never saw if I actually got the key. So I assume I didn't, because that's just the way these things go. Two CAD, two Roth? Yes. It's like how the Final Fast and the Furious movie, they messed up by not calling it The Last of the Furious. Did you let the Dune base die? I have not touched it, but I did see they just did Chapter 3, Bob, and apparently taxation is turned off. So there's that. And I hate to have to ask, but if you can, see if you can extend the power generators for me for a little bit. Because it does seem like they're actually finally adding some stuff. So I might finally want to go back and check it out with this update. So Bob doesn't have to do your bases. Oh no. I'm aware. I feel really bad about like having to ask Bob to do it for me. I just legitimately need like a day to like sit down and deal with all of that. And I just haven't had it. Fine, but you owe me dinner. That was always the intent, Bob. Overwatch hasn't gotten full circle until 5v5 is replaced with 6v6. Yeah, I mean, I will just say again, this is yet another reason that I just fully like prefer rivals at this point. I don't care for Overwatch being 5v5. I think it's dumb. I think it's bad. I think it's contrary to their original design. And I think whenever you do that sort of thing, yeah, they've made it work. I just don't feel like it works nearly as well. Wait, what the fuck did I... Oh, God. Okay, this may be a... Yeah, this is probably going to be a command seal. Is Morgan Black Grail Sea? Yes. Though to be fair, I think these guys in the front are all man attribute. So I don't think that it has to be that strong, but it's working. They brought it back years ago, but did they make it like full? I thought it was just a thing that they tested and it was like a side thing and not the main content. I can't forgive them for the PvE mode rug pull. Yeah, I kind of agree with that in the sense that like I can let it go. Overwatch doesn't have to have PvE, but it's more the fact that that's basically what they sold Overwatch 2 on. So they sold Overwatch 2 on a lie, and it ended up just being a cash grab because the game was dying. Can I get away with this? The 90% didn't crit. Of course it didn't. Of course it didn't. I was gonna command seal, but I was like, no, I bet I can crit this down, and then it just didn't. During my Andromeda rolls, I got MP10 of Saba. Nice. And there's quick play 6v6 too. So do they have quick play 5v5 and quick play 6v6? It's parallel to the main 5v5 mode. That's so fucking dumb. God. I assume the 6v6 then isn't undergoing active balance changes. At least that's what my guess would be. But yeah, this is just a composition I came up with on my own. I'm not gonna like try to say like, oh yeah, I'm such a genius or anything like that. It's nothing. It's just like I basically was looking for how could I replace another Castoria in this comp, and I landed on Blavatsky, and it worked. It's either 50% or 100%. There's no in between. You mean it's either 0 or 100? What's up, Sam? What are your next NA rolls? That's a good question. I honestly don't know. For sure summer. Wait, who's Annie this year? Who's Annie this year, chat? Why am I blanking? Beast Arish? I might do Beast Arish. We'll see. I think Beast Arish is a really strong unit. She's really good. But I'm also going to be real and say that I haven't used my Beast Arish enough really on JP. And I have a fairly decent one on JP. There's been a couple of times where she was good, but I felt like in those times she was not the only solution. And I could have probably gotten away with other stuff. There's Mihoyo before that, like AFK said. Yeah. Mihoyo is an interesting one to me. I think the Mihoyo units are good, but I also feel like in a weird way that Alice ended up being the truly good unit out of that pack. And Alice is just, for all intents and purposes, another AoE caster. So you don't necessarily have to have her. We all know the real reason you didn't stream yesterday. You didn't want to celebrate Ren's birthday. No. I actually did see that on Twitter today, and I was like, oh, was that a thing? I had completely forgotten about it. Found myself as rocket again. Yeah, they've done some interesting things to a lot of the rivals units. Are you doing the JPCQ? Is it out? Chat. I still haven't done the 5. Oh my god. Okay, I have a question. And I feel like chat can probably answer that. All these do is give points for the ladder, right? That's all the 5 AP quests do. Farhunt, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Got Andromeda from a single? Nice. There's Flora copies too, besides the obvious Flora copy ones. I'm just asking, is all those things give points for the ladder? Because that's really all I care about. Yep. Okay. Why did I do that? I just wanted her second skill, and I didn't even need the second skill. Gives me a little bit more attack up. Yes, chat. I am straight up using Logress as a buff bot right now because it gets her more bond. Is Near Bride still relevant support in this age if you already have all meta supports? I like her, but I like her as just another option for an art support because I plow right through my art supports. I'm somebody that, while I believe all card types are relatively even and capable nowadays, and I don't really have a true bias towards any of them, if there is a bias, how it exists is in the fact that arts is just super adaptable. And so I end up running arts a lot just due to like efficiency purposes more than anything. And I just go like, okay, well then I need alternate options so that I don't just bond all of my arts units out. So that's where I like Bride. I do like Bride as well as a potential like backup as a quick support or something like that. But ultimately, is she someone that you have to have? No. No, it really is like, it's nice to have another option, and that's all it basically boils down to. Lan Ling versus Shufu as an art support. It kind of depends what you're trying to do. I think Shufu is actually the better general purpose one. Ooh, darker than black. Been a hot second. Thanks for the answer. No problem. Lady Avalon at least has a lot more like challenge applications, so I do feel that she's very good and somebody that you should try to get. If like you either need a Lady Avalon or a Merlin, in my opinion, then getting the second one, like getting whichever one you didn't get, is still good but not as important. Behold, chat. Points. Okay, I need 3-star? We'll just do that. BB's the real prize for summer? No, I have to agree. I think it's Seal. I think Seal. I hate to say this, chat. I think Seal is one of the singular best units in the game. And it's just kind of stupid because, like, in just about any scenario, except for this, like, you would be able to just take Seal in and basically just kind of do some pretty crazy stuff. She's a very difficult unit to stop. How good is Murasaki Caster? She's not bad. She at least has the party-wide buff removal resistance, which is definitely a harder thing to get your hands on. So I don't think that's a bad pickup. She's also anti-demonic, and a lot of assassins are going to be demonic. I was not smart about this. I should have just followed it up with Logress and P. I could have cleared in one turn. Fuck it, I'll do it again. Steel is arguably the best unit this year. I don't even think it's that arguable, honestly. You don't have to have Seal. There's no requirement. But I think Seal is that good. That, like, for instance, if you're a new account and you start out with Seal, you're gonna shit on the whole game. Like, that's kind of the level of, like, whoops, I win. In the same way that, like, I did the same thing with, like, Castoria Berserker on the new player account. It's like, if you just support the unit property, it starts getting hilariously stupid. But yeah, I'm basically just trying to get these done because I haven't done them, and I don't know where I'm at on the point ladder and like how much I need to prioritize points over drops. We have Lohi and Phantasm Moon this year and no super strong supports. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, like both those units are good. I do give the edge to Seal in this case. There. Now I have a double up. He also put single target archers out of a job. I don't think that's even like that relevant or valid. And the reason I say that is because at that point, Seal also just puts a lot of other single targets out of a job too. I think that's really how I choose to look at her. I don't like. I know she does have the special trait for it. To me, it's like a non-factor. If you're using Seal, it's already just kind of a foregone conclusion. Oh, that was actually a nice node. I feel like she could use an MP upgrade. Probably. She's also a refund-based unit. And chat, would you agree that refund-based units are not as good as straight charge units for the most part? I do believe there's exceptions to this rule, but we're kind of at this point of everybody in the game brute forces everything with charge. So if you're reliant on the number of enemies that you're hitting, it's kind of a demerit. Six enemies. Odd. I think we'll just send this and wait and see because I gotta have the other enemies come out. We have great single target archers. We do have great single target archers. It's just, to me, their numbers are what's falling behind. It's not that you can't do good stuff with them. Des really said, let's make a CQ destroying unit and win overboard with it. I think that's a little bit on Nasu too. Like, I think Nasu just kind of let some of this stuff go to his head and went a little ape shit with it and is now like, oh, oops, tee-hee. No CAD 6 is even. Is this because I said it was odd? Yes, I figured. They're not as versatile as units with batteries. Yeah. And we're at that point where so many units have it that it's difficult to argue against, like, just go with the straight charge unit. Like, I'll be honest, you can look at Logress, for instance, and it's like, chat, do y'all care that, like, Logress doesn't necessarily have the best refund? No, because Logress has 50% charge per turn, and you can stack that shit. So it kind of becomes this redundant, like, stupid thing, in my opinion. Ishtar, after her buff, is a single target? Yeah, single target with splash damage, right? Aniko, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Thanks for the 20 months. And how are you doing today? Oh no, I have no refund. Force charges 100%. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of my point that I'm making, is it gets a little redonkulous after a point where you just, you know the way that, like, that stuff's gonna be. Yeah, exactly. I said this before, like, we were already reaching the point of, like, compositions that didn't require supports or, like, a K-scope years ago. And we've come a long way since then. Supports are still meta for a reason. But if you just need something down and dirty and fast, you've got it. I also like how I'm just not paying attention. I just keep going in. Is this the closest we're going to have to an Artoria Bride? Yes. Yeah, I don't believe you'll actually get Artoria Bride in the game. To be fair, we don't really have Bride anyone nowadays other than Nero Bride. I don't know what that is. Gonna rotate her out. And hopefully I can blitz this down. Chad, you see we have a dev diary? Yes. I think I have a pretty good idea of what it's gonna be. I'll be surprised if I'm like way off base with my guesses. But I was talking about that at the beginning of stream. And Gotcha laughed in my face. 390 is not that much. And I know, like, when I say this, people are like, what do you mean, Cad? That's a lot. I say that, again, just so that people have perspective on this sort of thing, that, like, unfortunately, that's just barely over the average to get one. And keep in mind, that's just average to get one. So, it is what it is. Sometimes you get really lucky, sometimes you don't. The game forgot about Fran. I'm gonna be real with you. The game has forgotten a lot of units. I think seeing how they handled the finale, seeing that they didn't truly have a plan for beyond that, I think tells me so much about how the devs have operated behind the scenes. We finally, like, we always wondered, were the devs just running around like chickens with their heads cut off? And there was no actual coherent, like, plan. Now we kind of have conclusive proof that, like, while yes, they had plans, those plans were very specific, and anything outside of that was always just an afterthought. And that's the unfortunate nature of this. So it looks like they kind of have just, over the years, basically sat there and been like, oh, should we do a buff? Oh, should we do an interlude? Like, they don't really truly know what they're doing. We'll just alternate. Made a server that could switch between their normal state and their alter state? You mean like Mellison or Aoko or Barghast? Or really just any of these units? Or Digimon? Yes. What's up, Sparty? Hmm. I think we'll just alternate. Oh, I know that's what he meant, Epi. I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, we do have units that switch. I think the units that switch, though, have caused the devs a lot of problems over the years. Clips of players using the cat to troll? Wait, what do you mean? Na 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 na. New cat hero? Oh, I have no idea. I'll be honest, I have not paid any attention to Overwatch. It's been a hot second. This is like the first time I've even acknowledged its existence in like a year. And it's mostly because it's funny to me, and it's just like laughably hilarious that they're going back to getting rid of it. Bro, what is this stupid flower thing? Na 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 na. I met the Drifters mangaka and drew me Helsing's Integra. Nice. Well, I assume it's the same person. Overwatch 2 is dead. Long live Overwatch, right? At this point, just call it Overwatch 3. Just be like, we always wanted to make a trilogy. I'm gonna be so upset if this is an actual unit. Okay. Oh, I don't even get to kill the last thing. Overwatch pie. Yeah, we're definitely getting a decent chunk of points off of each of these. But I don't even know that they're necessarily like points. It's like they're supposed to be miniature challenges, but they're just not actually challenging. Have you been watching Journal with Witch? No. Am I going to watch the winter opening ceremony of what? Oh, the Olympics? No. No. I'm gonna be real. I don't know that I care about the Olympics. If I have like nothing better to watch, sure. But with the amount of time that I have, I no longer care about the Olympics. It just is what it is, chat. And it's a great problem to have, but I feel like I'm always busy doing something. And that's such a good thing, because it didn't always used to be like that. Okay, I'm going to try to burn as many of those stacks of invuln as I can. Call me when the Jamaican bobsled team wins, right? What if they made a Gintama tribute? I mean, sure, that'd be pretty cool, but I could just watch that afterwards. Summer predictions for JP this year? We first got to know that we're going to have a summer. Technically, right now, we're only confirmed through the anniversary, but I assume we will. And I think assuming we will, due to the fact that this year's a little bit more open-ended, you'll see them do more this year than they have prior. Okay, we're gonna stagger because we have to actually card it out. Oh wait, no, she has invuln on her NP. Oh well. Oh well. I don't know if that's like a random chance invuln or something, but it didn't matter. Artoria be too strong. In retrospect, it was kind of surprising that that prior run actually managed to kill Logress. Why not? Just give it all to me. We're gonna punch this out. Main scored Andromeda, nice. Hey Cad, Cool Runnings was a good movie. It was. I love Cool Runnings. I did see the American bobsled team like went down with one dude like riding the thing. No MP for you, Medusa. Yep. But yeah, I think if you're gonna see crazy things, this year's summer would be it, because they're not bound necessarily by any theme other than one that they choose for themselves. Granted, I could argue that's the deal every year, but I think, and chat, you can disagree with me on this if you want, but I'm an adamant believer that they made summer way too story centric, and it's lost a lot of its humor. It's become so story centric that some of the like summer choices are lackluster to me. Some of them are great, some of them are lackluster, and I just wonder like what the hell they're doing now. So I think like when I look at that, I go like, okay, yeah, no, they've got to do a better job with summer. Da Vinci Chan remembering that Columbus is an inherently evil little shit and resolving to keep an eye on him. Summer Drake and Lalt are just being ignored for story. And I'm wondering if now that like the Bleached Earth and stuff is done, they'll decide to say like, hey, look, you know what? You right. I think we're just gonna go Logress again. Oh, almost missed. I'm still a little annoyed that BB Dubai exists, but whatever. I think it's fine that BB Dubai exists. I think the problem that I have is that it is the exact same BB basically as before, and not like they did do something different with it, but it's not a what if BB per se. Like Nasu would tell you it's the perfected form of BB, therefore it is a what if. My counter is it's still same old BB. I would have rather seen them spin it in like a completely different form if that's what they were gonna do. I wouldn't mind a summer Bodica. Yeah, there's a ton. I just like, if you're gonna ask me for predictions, this is the year that like nobody can accurately predict. You can just guess, but unfortunately they've kind of gone all over the place with some of this stuff. Has anyone finished all of class score? And if you did, is there any other use of Sand of Starlight? No, not at the moment. That is all it's used for. I'm anticipating that eventually they probably increase the amount of Stardust that we get, but we'll see. Sorry. Increase the amount of like class score that you have to spend Stardust on. I didn't say that right. If it was Servant versus BB, I'd be completely fine with it. Yeah. I kind of agree that they didn't do a good job there, and it just feels like they just bent the rules specifically for BB, which makes sense for that character, but it just aggravates a lot of the player base. Uh, damn. Vernon's busting it up with some anime openings. I'm just adding them all to the playlist. As long as Violet comes into the game, I'll be happy. I think everyone's really surprised that Violet didn't show up here. So I'm wondering if Violet is our Valentine's unit, but it doesn't fit what they said earlier about a character appearing then not like getting put in with regards to like the silhouettes. Good luck, Simi. I think OC3 was a really cool concept that was completely like mishandled with regards to pacing. That being said, from the dev's eyes, it's probably something that they pulled off flawlessly. It's something that they look at and they say, this is what we intended. I say it's a mess up on their part because I think the player base did not want that to drag on as long as it did. But from the dev's eyes, that's exactly what they wanted. So they kind of got their goal out of that. I gotta work on floor. Yeah, it was a cool idea that they were going for, but I just can't help but think that they did not do it well. It is an alter ego. I'm gonna assume this is Flora, is what I'm fighting. Why do I even bother going to fandom anymore, dude? Sorry, I'm trying to find it on Net Media. Yep, it's triple break bar Flora. He's Sky, lawful, good, feminine, humanoid, divine, and Rome. Wait. Girlfriend has not been on stream yet, and she will not be tonight. I don't. We're gonna have to like reschedule that because I don't know when I can get her in. Why would you do this to me, game? Why meteor shards? Do you hate me? I gotta try following this, and I want to see if it works. Apparently, I need to engrave her. But I legitimately want to try this just to see if it works. I don't remember if that's anti-demonic or Sky and Earth. Is it Sky or Earth? Okay, that should work. And then I need a star producing one. Hmm. I'm trying to remember one that specifically grants stars. And I feel like it's like the Ushi one does. I just gotta find it. I think it's a 5-star. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that one does as well. But that's already on one of my good units. Fuck. Is chaotic. Where is it? I just saw it. Okay. Does Trumps have the append on? He does. Okay. So what's the flower nodes like? That what benefits do they give? It shows you. It's the same thing as the how to train your own dragon event where you had a CE that gave different things. So this also has that effect. Ah, I understand this now. I just realized this is a triple suicide comp. You're damn right it is. Now chat probably understands what I'm doing. Okay. I don't have any idea what's going on in this comp chat. I only know that this apparently works. I don't think this is working the way it's supposed to. Okay. That heal. I knew I had it. I knew I had it, chat. I don't know. Just do it how I did it. Just do a suicide comp and use her and just do BQA and it will kill. Just spam BQA. That's my understanding. There's apparently a lot of mechanics going around in the background there, and there's like certain stacks and things that have to happen. You need to do arts and quick, and the more you do it, the better it is. And it's like, it's just weird. But yeah, she just auto killed herself. So challenge quest complete. The biggest challenge was setting up the comp. But this was at Media's recommendation, and not gonna lie, it was fantastic. I don't even. I thought I was gonna have to NP with her. I thought I was gonna have to use the plug suit stun, but nope. Nope, didn't have to. So it be what it be. CAD best FGO player. I have a tendency when it comes to stuff like that to be really lazy and not give a fuck because there's already a language barrier anyways. Laziness is the best though, right? You guys just go suicide to meet me. Guess I'll die too. Yeah. I like that's the sort of thing where again, like if there's so many mechanics, I don't care to read them. I am gonna look up someone's easy solution for it. I'm definitely down for doing challenge fights, but like I said before, when there is a language barrier, it doesn't bother me to do something like that. And that was at least novel to see because I think chat was like, how the hell is that gonna work? And even I had to go look. I was like, well, I guess I'm just gonna trust them. And it worked. I don't know how, but it worked. Oh wait, yeah. How are we doing on points now? So I'm at 2.2 mil. We still have 8 days. I am in a really weird spot because I basically have like bronze completely done. But we need to actually go all the way up to 3 mil. I think I'm going to keep spamming bronze if I can. Thank you for the resub, buddy. Thank you for the 2 years. Hot damn. Things to do for chocolate. Wait. Yep. It's like, hold on. It's technically not Valentine's Day on JP. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the silver there. And then we'll back this out for the bronzy. Probably take that many because I already have an MLB +1. I got like no drops early on in this event. Now it's just dropping like crazy. What's your favorite new Valentine's C this year? I don't know because this isn't the Valentine's event yet. Like Valentine's should be starting after this on JP. And that will be interesting. I'll be very curious to see how the Valentine's event is handled on JP this year because it sounds like they're doing extra stuff. This gimmick's kind of funny with your comp. Yeah. Who do I think it is? I think it has a good possibility of being Violet for Valentine's Day. And if it's not, then it is maybe the Bomb Girl. Other than that, I'll be very curious to see who they pull out if it's not one of those two. If you don't know who the Bomb Girl is, don't worry about it. Finally, the H scenes. Yeah, you're not getting the H scenes. If they made it 10 years without H scenes, chat, they're going to make it 10 more. Bomb Girl's feel fitting a good event. You're not wrong, but she is a character that appeared that everyone was screaming, why didn't we get her? And was not put in the game. So that's what leads me to believe that that's probably who it is. But we'll see. They did say, like, there was somebody that was supposed to be a silhouette that we did not get. And I don't know if that's been a thing. Like, have we seen who the missing silhouette is? Like, what they look like? Looking at about 23k per at that rate. I maybe need to stuff in another one. Maybe some Greek girl. I mean, it could be. But yes, again, just for anyone that did not see, we are getting a dev diary Friday. I don't know why. We have a couple of guesses. I think it's going to be the Aniplex of America website and account linking, because that would explain why we would need a dev diary for it. It's only been a month since our last dev diary, so it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to get one this fast. Plus, we just had a live stream that they could have easily announced stuff at. So, to me, this screams that it needs to be something that has to be intricately explained via a video, and the website fits that. The missing silhouette looked big. You got an image for me? Not that I doubt you, I legitimately want to take a look at it. Yeah, also, apparently, and I didn't get to talk to you guys about this, but apparently Chaldea Break Room is on break. Like, they're gonna try to improve the format, which honestly is kind of weird, because I don't really have a lot of complaints about Chaldea Break Room. I feel like they're great. Did that not... Why did that download as a WebP? I don't know, but chat, behold your glorious WebP. Your vampire waifu has finally been turned into an elemental properly. She now has 30 to 50% self-charge and basically 20 to 30% quick and buster up for 3 turns. So this drastically improves Consort U. She's still going to be a clunky unit to use. She's still not going to be the best unit out there, but she is a whole lot better than the way she used to be on release. And it's kind of hilarious. It seems the devs actually are acknowledging that. So this does allow her to go with Black Grail and the latest plug suit on JP. So she doesn't have to do a 60% CE setup. So you get quite a bit more damage output for her due to that. So this is pretty much double the amount of damage she had before this buff. That's statistically significant, right? If you're someone that likes Consort U, that's a huge thing. I mean, again, especially if you look at like NP5 of her, those are damn right decent numbers. So I think that's really solid. Nolly boy, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it, my dude. Hope you're having a good one. Thank you for the 53. And again, like I said, chat, sorry. I do want to take a brief moment here just to mention the fact that, yeah, I know I haven't been as consistent with streaming. I'm sorry for that. It's been a lot of real life stuff getting in the way. and this is going to sound selfish and self-centered, but at the same time, it's like sorry, but not sorry, right? Like, I have been having a blast getting and going to go be more social, go do more things. It's felt great at every step. So it definitely feels like this is something that was like missing from my life. So I'm happy to do it. I am definitely enjoying my relationship, and I am reevaluating things behind the scenes with regards to stream. I'm not giving up on streaming or anything like that. It's just one of those things where there's fairly serious conversations going on between me and the girlfriend, and I am trying to figure out what I want to do in the future. So keep that in mind, and I appreciate all of you guys that are sticking with me throughout this. I am still trying to cover FGO. I know I'm not on as often. I'm not able to cover things right away. I apologize for that, but I still try to give you guys my 2 cents on things so that you guys at least get to hear from me and hear what my perspective on stuff is, because I know at least some of you guys value that. And it is what it is. But I'm not trying to like skimp on you guys or take days off or anything like that. It's just one of those deals of like, I kind of have to play the hand that I'm dealt. Life changes priorities as you move along. Indeed. As long as you're happy, we're happy. I am so much happier than I used to be. It's kind of weird. Just in the general sense that like, and I've talked with her about this, just getting real with you guys here for a second, that like, I enjoy streaming. I enjoy my time spent with you guys, but stream in and of itself is not fulfilling other than like the social aspect of it. I enjoy it. I enjoy getting to be here for you guys, but it is a lot of work. And sometimes that work is very thankless. Sometimes it is, thankful. But I know there's been days in the past where I have just been like really bummed out, either due to my performance on stream or due to just having a bad day. And also just the general idea of like not having anything else really going on in my life and kind of feeling dead-ended. So it has been really nice kind of meeting her, getting to go do more stuff, mixing all of that up, because it makes me feel like there's more. And that alone is enough to just make me a lot more positive and a lot more happy compared to the way I used to be. Because in general, and I think you guys would probably know this, that I am a generally more positive person. I have a tendency to complain a lot. I know. I just, it is what it is. But in general, I am somebody that is generally going to be more positive and not as negative on things. But admittedly, like over the past couple of years, it's begun to fade. Like I was becoming increasingly more like almost nihilistic. I was not nihilistic myself, but like I felt like I was slipping more towards the almost like fatalism of like, does anything really matter? Like, why am I doing all this stuff? There's no point. I'm not gonna like go anywhere, do anything. And now on the other hand, like I've 180'd on that, and I now feel like there's way more to life and there's more to do. So kind of just feeling in the routine of the same stuff, different day. Yeah. And I know like part of that is like my stream, and I just hope that my stream is not the low part of your day and is instead the high part, right? Like, or at least, on the upper half, I would say. But like in the sense that I completely understand getting stuck in a rut and not feeling like you're doing much. And I think it's important to keep your head up and to still try to do things. If you're feeling like you're kind of just stuck, just take a chance. Go do something different for a change. Try to like meet someone or talk to people that you wouldn't normally talk to. you never know. It may make your day. It may make you more happy. It may make you feel like you did a thing or that you experienced something. So that's kind of my stance on this. Because like I said, it's just, I know for a lot of us, I think we're cooped up online sometimes, and it helps to get out and quite literally go touch grass. I know for you people up north, there's not a lot of grass to touch right now, but it is what it is. Also gonna do that age one in companionship. I think everybody always wants companionship, but you feel like you can live without it eternally. And I think as you get older, you begin to realize it's like you need at least some level of companionship. If you're truly alone, you usually end up being miserable. So it's like, and I don't mean that like everybody has to get married or everybody has to like find their soulmate type deal. I just mean in the sense of you at least need to find, you know, like-minded people, people you can talk with, people you can call your friends, that sort of thing. Like just have actual relationships in your life that matter. We know V-Day is around the corner also. Yeah, Valentine's Day, just talking with you guys about scheduling here. Hey, Mr. Sideswipe. Thank you for the raid, buddy. How's it going? We were just talking FGO, and I was also talking about upcoming schedule here. But how's infield? How goes the totally not satisfactory gotcha game? But yeah, I think so. For upcoming schedule, like I said, tomorrow I'm going to be meeting Fox chat, so no stream then. That'd be the 5th. Friday is the 6th. I will be streaming for you guys, and that will also have the FGO dev diary. Saturday is a work day for me, but then I'm headed over to the girlfriend's. Sunday I will be at girlfriend's place. I think we're gonna work out and like chill out and go do stuff with some of her friends. Factory's growing. Yep, nice. Industrial Revolution, the gotcha game. That'd be an interesting concept for one, honestly. But I'm glad you had a good stream. And thank you again for the raid, bud. If you guys have never watched Mr. Sideswipe, go give him some love. Yeah, so Sunday won't be a stream either. So like I said, unfortunately it's only 2 stream days this week for you guys. Monday, I think Monday, Tuesday I'll be back. Wednesday will probably be normal date day. Thursday well, we'll see. I may stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, chat, next week. Because Thursday I may take off because Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which is Valentine's Day weekend, I will be basically indisposed because we are going on a trip, so to speak, for that. So I know that chat's like, what the hell, not again. It's the closest equivalent I can give you, that I will be at the theme parks in Florida, so I will be a little indisposed and not able to stream during that time. So that's what I'm thinking. It's probably Thursday I go over to her place, so I probably won't stream Thursday night. So you guys will give me Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week, which hopefully by then we have JP Valentine's Day. I don't know if we will or won't by then, but we'll have to see. Then I think schedule kind of goes back to normal after that. I think Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of the following week. So this would be the 16th through the 20th. I think the 18th will be our normal date day. And then I think I don't remember. I won't have worked that. Yeah, so the 21st will be a work weekend. The 22nd, I think I'm going to go see my brother. She'll finally get to meet my brother and his family. And then I think the 28th and the 29th weekend, sorry, the 28th and the 1st of March, I will be going to meet her family. So there's, I told you guys, I'm actually booked until like April. It's fucking absurd. Later King and later Kayotsu as well if you're headed out. Going to Mardi Gras this year. Tampa had Gasparilla, I think, already this past weekend, which is crazy to me. But yeah, so there's just a ton of stuff, and that's just all the way up to March. There's even more stuff in March, and I'm just it gets difficult because I have to like kind of try to triage it all at the same time, which definitely leaves me not a whole lot of time for like prepping stuff for stream. I feel bad for you guys in that regard. I am going to try to get some side work in on that front, but there's definitely a little bit more I got to do. Imagine in between the girlfriend and tax time, it's best to get all that stuff planned in advance. Yeah, it's there's been so much going on. It's just kind of ridiculous. Like I am giving you guys the TLDR of everything, not like how everything comes to fruition and what it goes to. Like even just for meeting with Fox, like legitimately there was like a back and forth between me and Fox for several days of like, hey, you know, who all's coming? Hey, what do you guys like to eat? Hey, like, do you have a preference? Is there anything that we need else to consider? And then it's just like, sometimes even the simplest thing is like just picking a restaurant is difficult. So I also got to get some stuff ordered for Valentine's Day. Just a Walmart simulator, yeah. But yeah, I am overwhelmed, but not in like a bad sense. I'm overwhelmed in the best of senses, in a good sense, and it's not a bad thing. So, God, I hate this fucking pop-up. Like, can I tell Chrome you are no longer allowed to give me pop-ups like this? I want it to stop. And I don't know how to stop it. But it sucks. Yes, plan Valentine's Day earlier. Totally not shooting stairs at the boyfriend right now. No. Okay, so I told you we're going to like the theme parks for the Valentine's Day weekend. Girlfriend told me several like Disney restaurants she wanted to eat at. And I tried to book them all last week. They're all booked. All of them. All of them. Like, I could have gone in and gotten something, but it would have been at like a terrible time. And I was just like, nah, fuck that. So I did end up finding a place, thank God. And I'm actually kind of excited about it. But like, holy crap. Yeah, no. I feel like you need to book Valentine's Day shit like right after New Year's. Try another browser. I probably should, but the problem is, so that chat's unaware, right? Like the Twitch dashboard that you do everything on as a streamer reportedly doesn't work with Opera, and Opera is the one that I would like to change to. Like it does work, but apparently it has issues, and I'm just like, oh man, I don't want to deal with that shit. just cook at home. That's actually what we did. Like, so we cooked dinner here Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday night. So wait. Oh, and Wednesday. She literally just left here before stream. So we've cooked the past 4 nights in a row. Which is good. Like, I now have plenty of food, and, you know, we ate really nice, so. What about the ones at the hotels? Some of them have restaurants in them. No? Oh, no, those are booked too. Like, again, I'm not going to say you can't find something, but they're not at a good time. Like, hey, you want to go at like 9:30 when the restaurant closes at 10? You can grab that reservation. Like, no, I really don't want to. Dinner at 3 is fine. I mean, and to a degree it is. Like, I wouldn't complain about something like that, depending, but we also want as much time at the parks as we can get, so it is what it is. But yeah, non-Chrome browser will probably help. Okay, chat. I mean, we did the CQ. There ain't nothing else to do. I will put this to a vote. You have 1 minute, go. Got to make your reservation like 3 to 6 months in advance. You don't necessarily for like anything else, just Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is like everybody and their brother wants a reservation for Valentine's Day. So. What's the verdict of the Assassin U buff? Can she beat Ashe, Valkyrie, or Tess? She is a lot stronger now, especially since she can access Black Grail, but is she going to beat them? I don't think so. I think each of them will, Oh, this is neck and neck. I am actually surprised how close this vote is. React to chat stuff won by 1 vote. So chat would like a react stream. Okay, that's cool. I didn't feel like doing much today anyways. So if you guys get on the Discord and go under the CAD React section, you guys can basically submit stuff. Obviously, don't make it something that can't be shown on stream. Unfortunately, YouTube people, that means that stream's going to end on your side. I apologize, but you guys can always come over to Twitch or watch me on Kick or on Twitter. So, end it over there, but just because YouTube's kind of butts about copyright. Thank you guys for watching.